This video is sponsored by Mooer. Hi there, Perfecto Castro here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. For no particular reason other than it's gonna be fun, I'm going to play this boutique Tom Anderson Guitar Works Pro Am, beautiful, into this budget multi-effects, the Mooer GE150 Pro Li. Let's go. So recently I've been featuring a lot of budget guitars and I've been plugging them into my mighty Rev Generator 120. And of course, all you guys had a field day in the comments section, but this particular comment stood out. So in this video, I'm going to turn things around and try to recreate my Rev Generator 120 tones using the Mooer GE150 Pro Li. And to flip the script even further, I'm going to use my brand new Tom Anderson Guitar Works Pro Am in this beautiful bowling ball finish right here. And in keeping with the boutique details, I will be using this Performax leg rest. And towards the end of this video, I will also answer a commonly asked question. Should you get an expensive guitar and cheap effects or cheap amps? Or should you put your money into your effects and your amps and go with a more budget guitar? Okay, before we dive in, here is a new version of my song Mirror Snake. It was originally recorded with a budget $250 Super Strat going into the Rev Generator 120. And for this video, I recreated all those tones using only the Mooer GE150 Pro Li, plugged straight into my DAW. Enjoy. So the GE150 Pro Li is the update to Mooer's best-selling GE150 multi-effects unit. The updates include 4 foot switches instead of 2, a USB-C port to connect to your computer for tone editing, preset management, and firmware updates. And it also has OTG capability for audio recording and playback. The GE150 Pro also has Mooer's latest effects, amp models, and cabinet simulations. But for this video, I'm going to focus mainly on the GE150 Pro's ability to load tone captures and third-party IRs. And finally, these budget multi-effects come in 2 flavors. The white GE150 Pro, which uses a wall wart adapter and clocks in at around $199 US. and this reddish color GE150 Pro Li, which has a built-in lithium battery that allows you to play for up to 9 hours off the grid. Big thanks to Mooer for sponsoring this video and for being such a great friend and supporter of my channel. As always, I will have all the relevant links in the video description, so please use these links to go gear shopping and help us keep making these videos for everybody to enjoy. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. I have the GE150 Pro Li connected to my MacBook via USB-C, and all the tones are recorded directly into Logic. I also have a screenshot of the GE150 editor controlling the physical unit. That way you can easily see what I have going on in these presets. Okay, let's start with the rhythm track, and that sounds like this. So in the previous version, I used the Rev Generator 120 going out of the stereo XLR outs with the 2 notes technology. I had the 2 notes twin tracker engaged to give the part that huge doubled rhythm sound. Now the G150 Pro doesn't have a twin tracker effect, so let me show you what I did. Okay, let's start with the amp. The amp is actually a preamp capture of a Rev G20. That's available on the Mooer Studio website. So go to the amp block, scroll down, and then when you see these plus and minus signs, these are the empty slots that you can load the tone captures into. So go to the Mooer Studio website, choose from either the user area or the official downloads, and then save it to your computer. And then click the plus sign, go to your download directory, and choose from there. The file extension name should be GNR. GNR. Then once loaded, click to select, and these are your controls. Now let me turn off all the other effects just so that we hear only the preamp tone. One thing to take note of is the volume level of the tone captures downloaded from the Mooer Studio website. A lot of them are on the hot side and definitely louder than the onboard amp models. That's why I have my master just at 10 right here. So to avoid clipping and digital distortion, just adjust your levels accordingly. So next is the cab. Okay, same thing, scroll down until you see the plus and minus signs, and these are the slots that you can load your third-party IRs in. Okay, so this IR is from my good friend Glenn Fricker. He offered these for free a couple years back, 2022, and it is an angle cab loaded with V30s. Now, even though this is a third-party IR, Mooer still gives you the option to tweak it a little further by offering virtual tube options. So here's off. Then EL34. A little more bite, a little more presence. EL84. (6L6). A lot more low end. And then 6V6. So this is the warmest sounding option of the bunch. I stuck with EL34. Okay, next is a noise gate to keep things tight. And then I put on a room reverb to make it sound like a loud amp turned up in a room. Now, I already mentioned that there's no twin tracker effect available, so I used a delay, a stereo delay. Okay, so to fake that, I used the ping pong delay. That way we have some nice stereo action. Then I turned the level all the way up, so you only hear the delay. If I turn the level down to like 50 or so, this is how that sounds. So really not much stereo separation, so we need the level all the way up. Now the trick to get that double track tone is to turn the delay time down to its bare minimum. In this case, 40 milliseconds. The other thing is to keep the feedback down as well. So I have it set to 9. We don't want a lot of repeats. Otherwise, this sounds more like a boingy room reverb than a double track. Okay, so that's the rhythm part. Now let's check out the lead guitar tone. Okay, so the amp I used for this preset is my very own Soldano SLO30 that I captured myself using the Mooer GE150 Li. It's also a preamp only capture, that way I can pair it with any IR that I want. And this is how the preset sounds. Let me turn off the effects. And here's the amp without any delay or reverb. So this is the tone that I set my Soldano SLO30 to when I captured it. That way I don't have to apply drastic EQ changes on the GE150 Pro Li. That said, these controls still work pretty well. Next up is the cab, which is a British 1960 loaded with V30s. This I downloaded off the Mooer Studio website. And again, I went with an EL34 tube. For the noise gate, I lowered the threshold. That way my notes don't get cut off when I hold them. And then I believe I used the same room reverb. Slightly lower level. And I also used the same ping pong delay, but this time I have it set to a quarter note repeat. Yeah, so the dry guitar tone is right in the middle and all the delay repeats pan from left to right. Now halfway through the solo, I turned on an auto wah. I had to engage it using the editor because the GE150 Pro Li is on my desk. Also, there's no assignable control to each of the effects blocks. So these switches only have basic functions. Step on each switch to get through the presets in a bank. A and B together for bank down, right? And C and D together for bank up. Hold A and B for the tuner. Okay. And hold C and D for the looper drum machine. And a quick run through of the looper drum machine controls. C is your drum machine on and off. A is loop record, loop play, and loop overdub. Okay. B is to stop, and long press to clear. And finally, D is exit. So those are the presets that I used for Mirror Snake. But let me play through the other onboard presets to give you a taste of the tones that you can get from the GE150 Pro Li. Let's see. Police. What is police? 9-ball. Yeah, so that's a Mark III distortion and the onboard Mark 1x12 cab. Now the onboard cabs have more control, so you can choose between the tube, the mic type, mic positioning, center off axis, and all that. As well as distance. Ooh, fuzz. Oh, Game Boy, what does this sound like? Okay, not something I would use, but it's there. Okay, so here are my thoughts on this entire video. It is a great time to be a guitar player. So with a basic budget multi-effects like the GE150 Pro Li, you are able to load tone captures, you're able to load third-party IRs, you're able to tweak and edit your tones and record them directly to your computer. And that is something unheard of when I was starting out as a guitar player. And that was during the late 80s, so $200 at that time will probably buy you a Boss pedal or two. Whereas nowadays, for $200, you have this entire rig with a lot of effects and amp simulations and audio interface and all that. And in this little package. So there's no longer any excuse for bad or poor guitar tones. And with this battery-powered GE150 Pro Li, you can take these tones and play off the grid anywhere. Now, will I trade my Rev Generator 120 for one of these? Well, the obvious answer is no. But mainly for reasons that only guitar players like you and I can distinguish. For the casual listener and music lover, the song that I recorded with this GE150 Pro Li sounds more than good enough. And now to answer the earlier question, should you get an expensive guitar and budget multi-effects? Or a budget guitar and more expensive effects and amps? Personally, I would recommend getting the best guitar you can get at the top end of your budget. Mainly because your guitar is the first thing that your fingers touch to funnel out your music. And touching a guitar that feels great inspires you to play. And now with budget-friendly tone generators like the Mooer GE150 Pro Li taking care of what the audience hears, lets you focus on making music with the best instrument that you can lay your hands on. Okay, there you have it. I had a lot of fun playing my boutique Tom Anderson Guitar Works Pro-Am into this budget GE150 Pro Li multi-effects. Again, big thanks to Mooer for sponsoring this video and for giving me free reign in presenting the GE150 Pro Li to all you guys. As always, affiliate links to everything that I used in this video will be in the video description. So please use these links to go shopping and help us keep making these videos for everybody to enjoy. Now I want to hear from you guys. Would you rock a boutique guitar into a budget multi-effects? Let me know in the comments. YouTube thinks you're gonna like these next videos, so click on them to watch, then go grab your guitar and play something. You all know the drill. Practice makes perfecto. Cheers, guys.